Can you guys hear me? The power flickered for a second there, so internet just flat out went out. All right, cool. I'm just trying to get the chat back up because that dropped as well. Whew. Did you guys see the choice I made, or did it cut right before then? Yuri, okay. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Oh, jeez. This storm's not letting up. If it happens again, just stick around. I promise I'll come right back. There we go. Okay, there we go. Looks like it's updating now. Okay, we can connect. Continue. I just got the text alert for the donation from earlier from Monica, which was crazy. All right, here we go. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki, what? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Ray picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will ever compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kinda surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. And she already has trouble with words. Trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm starting to wonder if I should have went and hung out with Sayori. No, I kinda appreciate it. Sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. Hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out of the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, yeah, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. You did save just saying if you don't like your decision. No, we're gonna commit. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I'd be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Ray. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says this and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door, make my way, and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening if we're outside of school, when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is there a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I want to be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. Are we not gonna go check on, hey, Sayori, you okay? No, we're not gonna do that? Okay. Hydrate. I realized this was a dating sim, and my dumb brain didn't think I'd be reading a lot. Makes sense that I would be. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. Oh. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Thank you! Check on our friend. I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. Oh, so no, not even a knock. Cool. It's one of those. The house is quiet. don't like this. I don't like this. Okay. Sarah isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. Okay? It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Good. Hi, Ray. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. I haven't come over like this in a long... You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I always recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but how did you know about that? Oh, hey! Hey! Wait, how did you know about that? Sir had already left by the time we decided that last meet. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Siri stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Siri smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Ray. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. Oh. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. She gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Ray. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Ray? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. That's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. How is it possible that Sarah kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sarah? Huh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand it all, Ray. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you'd have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. But it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Siri. But I need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Ray, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Siri's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. Now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm good. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sari's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Ray, Siri, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Ray. Siri isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Siri's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Ray, Siri barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Siri finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Ray. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Siri lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice, then. Yeah. Suri wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for you to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'd be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sarah and exit her house. Oh. Oh. That was heavy. Like, I see now. I can see why. I mean, there's definitely more layers. Like, I've played some other dating sims in the past, but like, it's all very like happy-go-lucky. Yeah, there's a little bit of drama, but not this kind of drama. There's usually drama like, hey, you're dating this person that I'm wanting to date, and I'm not gonna let that stand, and so on and so forth. This is heavy. Like, all right. I'm breaking this down for myself here, and I'm probably overthinking it, but I would have probably canceled. I mean, well, Sayori said that she wouldn't like if I did that, but I would have definitely offered to cancel my plans as well. It makes sense, but I like the compromise that was made in that. Okay, I'm not going to cancel my plans today, but we're gonna spend time tomorrow together. Do what I can to have a good time and make you feel better. I like that. I probably would have done the same thing. Hydrate or dihydrate. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens now. See, here's the other thing, though. I get that, and Sayori definitely has some problems, and as her friend, I absolutely want to be there for them. But there's also, it's a dating sim, so I want to continue pursuing Yuri at this point, but I gotta take care of Sayori as well. I hope there's a means of being able to do that and not be like, I want a relationship with you, I just want to make sure you're okay. But I am interested in this other person. Or that is probably, obviously, the other problem is that Sayori has feelings for me, and I'm probably hurting her by pursuing someone else. We'll see how this goes. This is way more deep than I was expecting. Well, here we go. On my way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but that's hard for me to keep thinking about when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. We're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have just texted me. If I'd have known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Good call. Anyway, yeah, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. Did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. It's all inside. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. Did I clean my room? I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel a little anxious. It's so clean. Yeah! Good job. Room is clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so... It's very considerate of you to do. Nah. I'd be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you're here. While I do enjoy cleaning, I would have gladly helped you clean. Oh, that would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Oh. Did I do the thing where I just like close, out of sight, out of mind? That's probably what I did. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Oh, that makes sense. Imagination and all that. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Did I say breast? I didn't, right? Don't roll the tape back. Don't. Future Ray, don't roll the tape back. We're just gonna keep moving. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that'd actually be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. In real life, too. Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch at the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins spouting through a small hole in the tip. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, it's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer, your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Origami paper! Fuck yeah! I love origami. Yeah, I have it over here. I won't be using the paper for folding origami. Oh, dang it. I thought we were gonna fold some stuff. Alright. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut the pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. You blushing? Yeah, she's blushing. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's your marker, Ray. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Yeah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. Carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. FBI, open up! You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. Hence my sword collection over here. And that's from Final Fantasy VII, and that's from... I'm just kidding. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. A combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe? What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. Good knife handling. Proud of you. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Conventions. Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Ray! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Jeez, that's sharp, huh? Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah! Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri. That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help. Right? Right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand, and I lick her index finger in return. Okay, sure. We're even now. Ray! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. She looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. But we have a knife to cut the tension. You're so weird, Ray. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. There's a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Okay. I need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water, coming right up. Thanks very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you feel the cup's too much, it'll be too diluted. Roger Dodger. What if Monica is in the closet? My closet is cracked. I don't like that. I don't like that. Why would you say that? Why? Why? There's nothing over there. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Maybe Monica is my wingman. We'll see. I still haven't really got a bead on her. Her face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. Neat, that's a good word. What are you going to write? Oh, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. Rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean it like that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? It is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. And that's perfectly okay. That is a-okay, should be normalized. You don't have to constantly talk when you're hanging out with your friends. Silence is great. Share the energy in the space. I approve. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if you and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. Yes! Abso-frickin-lutely! I love when I get to play games and people are there with me. Even if they're just watching and not commentating, just having them there and feeling their energy and feeling their excitement. That's all fun. I love doing this. I definitely need to do this more often. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Oh, sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. You just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Oh, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Huh? Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel down in front of her. Oh. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. You're a fucking like. We're having a moment. We're having a moment. Wait. Huh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. This whole time. I didn't know! I didn't know! I didn't write the game! She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrists send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movement seems clumsier, like she's unable to focus. Chobit's looking kind of... Oh, shit. I like that anime too. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling in the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true. Alright, but won't that take a while? It's a big banner. Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? Yeah, it's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. I was? This is news to me. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. That's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Disappointed? Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. No, not at all. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just, let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring for tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Ray. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Oh. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls me back. Oh, pulls back. Sayori? Huh? Hi, Ray. Sayori. Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Ray. I was just stopping by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. She's crying! She is crying! She's got tears in her eyes. That's all that matters to me. Yeah. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Ray? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Ray. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Ray. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Ray, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And... Okay, that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Sayori. Oh my god, don't do this. Save. Save. If I say I love you, it's obviously not going to feel genuine, and she's gonna know that, and it's gonna tear her heart out, because she's gonna feel like even if I am being genuine and I do love her, that it's not genuine, and it's just going to make things worse. If I pick the other option where she's my dearest friend, which I know to be a fact, it's not going to be enough for her because she clearly likes me more than that. There is no winning. Well, it's not like there's a winning to this game, but also, I don't agree with how he said, or how the character I said, I know what you need. I hate that. No, I don't. I personally don't think anyone can tell you how you feel or how you're supposed to feel about anything. The way you feel is always going to be valid. Whether it's rational or not, you can't help but feel something. So the way my character projected that to them, didn't like that at all, made me really uncomfortable. But this is even worse. Yeah, I know you're depressed, but I know what's best for you. No, you don't! You don't! This is so... None of these are good, so I'm gonna have to pick... Okay. I am in analysis paralysis, so I need to make a choice. I don't love her. That's forced. I think that's going to do way more damage in the long run. But I have to go with what I know, which is I know I can be her friend. So you'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Annika told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. No, you don't! Stop frickin' saying that! Trust me, I know it's... That's not something... That's not the right thing you want to say to somebody. In general, whether she's depressed or not, you don't tell someone that I know what's best. You don't... I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Yep, saw that coming. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Ray. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So... Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden she turns around and drops to her knees. Can't scream. Not gonna do that. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams out loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that you don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? Maybe because you said the wrong fucking thing, you dumbass! There's nothing more that I could have done. There's plenty. There's plenty more. There's other options, but obviously the game doesn't give me more than those two. Oh. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. If you're not understanding her feelings, then why did you say what you fucking... I'm getting too into this. I'm getting way too into this. I'm getting way too invested in these people. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. Something different would be nice. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. That last sentiment was nice, but shit, dude. Bitch ass. Hydrate or dihydrate. Could I get a vodka in here, please? Just kidding. Don't get me a vodka. It's the day of the festival. Yay! Alright. I promised Sayori I'm gonna spend the whole day with her today. So that's what I need to do if the game gives me a choice, right? No matter what anyone else says, that should be the choice I make. Because I already promised. And as my character also said in the game before, I keep my word. So that's where we're going. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Oh, you should absolutely go check on your friend. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Yay. I mean, Ray! Ray! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. Hooray! They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. Why would I say that? I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. Okay, good. Realizing. Baby steps. Baby steps. Understanding the nuances and the difficulties your friend is having, and you know, understanding this. Good. Maybe all hope is not lost for evil Ray. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. Gotta break that habit. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Big yep. Ha 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 ha. Slightly evil, Ray. You should take a little responsibility for her, Ray. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? You were you really in my closet? I don't understand. No, Monica's the Chobits looking one. Look at those the ribbon, it makes it look like Chobit ears. Persicom. She's a Persicom. She's not human. She's a Persicom, right? Is that it? I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm trying to lighten the mood from previous exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sawyer really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. Yeah. Slightly evil, Ray. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? No! Stop fucking. Why do you keep repeating that? It's like you take a step forward and you take another step backwards. I thought you're making progress here. Fuck. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Yeah. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? Pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems for the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayuri's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one that I haven't read before. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. I got the bad goosebumps. Ah. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. I get it. Okay, I get it. Oh, wait, there's more at the bottom. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Okay. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Yeah, right? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Siri has written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Siri, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. Don't strain myself. I quicken my pace. Oh god, I'm really nervous now. There are no other students. We're all that's left. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Suri. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been, and you didn't fucking walk her to school. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I swear to God. I reach Sarah's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, and she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened up the door and just let myself in, because that's what we do. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? No. No. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. Oh, fuck. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open up the door. Oh, God! It's... I didn't think they'd actually do it! Hey, What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Yeah, like real life too. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best, that everything will be okay. Well, that's not the right thing to say, obviously. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession, that has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did you do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Yeah, I can! I can absolutely do that. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Is that it? Oh my fucking god! Oh, what the Okay, that's really weird. What the fuck? No, what? I should start... Can I go back? Can I just load my save? Can I just change my choice? I mean, I don't know if that even really saved her. Yuri only run. That's weird. That's weird. Hang on. Okay. I was checking to see if there was any game files on my desktop. Why is the new game, like, all fucked up? Alright, well, I have the saves. So, yeah, I'm gonna start a new game to see what happens. And then I can go back to my previous save, right? Nah, you know what? I'm just gonna load this. I'm gonna load this just to see if our character Sari is missing. No! No! What? What? Oh. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. She's dead. So who's running towards me? The girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, we would oversleep. She would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I must feel better running away. However, I just saw an idol in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Oh! What the fuck did you guys get me to play? You sadistic assholes. I see now why this game... Oh, fuck. I see now why so many people have been like, hey, Ray, you should play this game. Oh, you've never played Doki Doki? It's like, it's a dating sim. There's nothing special about it. Color me surprised and terrified. Okay, alright, we'll continue. I didn't even want to start a new game. My save files are corrupt. Hang on. What if I try to load from... What?! No! Oh, that's fucked up, Tiff. Just wanted to hang out at home. The worst! Oh my god, stop! It's bad! Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time we meet some girls, something like... Did it just literally fucking delete her from existence? But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. School day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Oh my god. Was there? Don't you guys fucking do that to me. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I just got a donation. We're at 205! That's sweet! Which means I got a thing. Damn it! Oh boy. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Thank you, achievement unlocked, that donated. And said best girl. Oh boy. Alright. Ow! Oh, I hate pinching myself with this stupid clip. Okay. Is it on? Yep, that's on. See the light? Yeah. Alright, here we go. High shock. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it didn't work. 3, 2, 1. Ah! Oh. No, that's what I get. That's what I get for letting that happen, Sayori. That's what I get. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Achievement unlocked for donating the $50. I appreciate that so much. And the kids at the children's hospital will too. Oh, actually, fun note, since we're taking a slight pause here. The next thing they're trying to fund, I talked to them at the children's hospital here, is they're trying to, I think, not a CT scan room, but it was some other room where they do scans, where your whole body goes into it. I forget what it's called, like CAT scan or something like that. And they want to redo theirs in the children's hospital, so it's like an underwater theme, and the thing will look like a submarine for the kids to kind of like ride on. So that's one of the next projects they're going to be doing. So all the donations today, this year, will more than likely be going to that. So just a fun fact. MRI machine, that's it. Okay. Ow. All right. Whoop whoop. Let's keep the train going. Okay, you guys gotta stop. Sayori existed! I will remember her. I don't care what anyone says. She did exist. I'll always remember. Evil Ray, not so much. But I will. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Ray? Oh. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Okay. Basically completely out of my league. Shoot your shot. I said that last time. Oh, God. What'd you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Oh, in that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature. Sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. 3! No, there's 4! 5 if you include me. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey Ray, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I want to ask you to join, but if you could, at the very least, visit my club, it would make me feel really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Ray, you know that? Why does she stand so unnaturally? I'm just noticing that. Like, her arm, like the posture of her arms are just so straight. It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day. Sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Oh no. Oh no. The first time I sold my soul to Sayori. And now she's dead. No, it's okay. I got a little bit left. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings the door. Classroom open. Ah! I don't like that. I'm back. And I brought a guest with me. Huh? All right. I can't even focus on giving voices anymore because I'm just so shocked. That wasn't a pun either. I'm shit. I'm dying inside. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Ray. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. I don't really care. I don't really care. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? Well, no, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. I was trying to keep to one girl, and then Sayori pulled me away! And don't fucking say who's Sayori. You know, don't do that to me. Pick him up. Oh, God. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you. So I ran into Ray in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to... Well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but it just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, tea would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Ray? Girls have a few desks arranged enough to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new one. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe... That's me. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Sorry, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Junji Ito, can I please just answer that? We'd already have something in common. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorite is usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Yeah, this story has got a real deep psychological element to it. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Loop, you say? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Just once. I desperately grasped at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Bash my head in with a rock. Brett. I'd expect that from Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. This moment is not very brief. I hate horror. Why did it just get really dark behind me? Camera, don't do that. Don't do that. No me gusta. No me gusta. Oh, what is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back! Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example. Have Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just had an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture this club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Ray? Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind this entire time. Where is Sayori? I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. 3 easier than 4. But I'm sorry, I thought... These girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Ray. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... Oh, that's how you're gonna pull me into this. We have a 4th. What is wrong with you people? How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed, so if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. I was bracing because it said literature club. I thought it was going to glitch or something again. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Ray? Yeah. Could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, you really just left after all this. If you really just left after this, I'd be super pissed. Ray, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Ray, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. I depart the club and remember myself home. Can I go across? Can I go next door? Who's there? Oh god, what if she's just still hanging there? I don't want to think about this. I don't want to think about that. Wait, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. I'll really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. You said that last time! And I guess I'll start with writing a poem tonight. So wait, is Monica a choice now when I'm writing? You have unlocked a special poem which allows... Oh, I don't know. Do I? Would I? Yes. That's blood. That's blood. Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how redacted feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. Alright, wild guess. That's Yuri. Because of the knives and shit. Oh, God. Oh, there's no Monica. So it's just these 2. What did you guys get me playing? What the fuck? I got the heebie-jeebies. Well, I guess my shirt was appropriate for today. It's a fun dating sim! Yay! Okay, I'm gonna go Yuri again. Eternity. Intellectual. Journey. Wrath. Infallible. Melancholy. Defeat. Dream. Unrequited. Anxiety. Hopeless. Dark. Horror. Anger. Alone. Fucking suicide. I was so thrown off by that word being in here, but I'm like, it's the poetry. I mean, yeah, so that's a topic. Jeez. Not picking it. Not gonna pick it. Frightening. Uncontrollable. Existence. Lastly, adventure. Oh, the last one was... Hi again, Ray. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Yeah, you didn't do such a great job doing that earlier. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Stop! Why? Thanks for keeping your promise, Ray. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not as accustomed to it? Do I have to restart this game? Is it glitching out? I'm fully believing that it's the game, but I can't be for sure. Alright. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged in here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take this seriously, you won't see the end of it. End of... What? Hey. She's over the text. I can't read. Monica, I can't... Thank you. What the fuck was that? Asuka finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga's literature. Slowly defeated Natsuki plops back in her seat. What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, Ray. Make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No. It's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So, even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just feel like, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I swear if this is different. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Is it just me, or are the transitions different? Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. Okay, so this part's still the same, it looks like. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Oh... I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov, so this is still the same. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about a religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. That's different. I don't think that's what she told me last time. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Just like the other dark turn. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, right? No, it's not that. Junji Ito fan. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind... Oh, it's her talking, sorry. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway, then suddenly... Okay. I got the goosebumps. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people! What? So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it. Okay, I know that I have a hard time reading things, but you don't have to scare me when I do stuff. What the fuck? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book, and I put it into my bag of holding. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad feeling, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over, and it looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your... I just said I was bathing in the feeling of your body. Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die in one of these? You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her left thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. The way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. She's looking at me. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me... Yeah? Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Ray? Did something just happen now? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so we just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. So now I only have two choices. Okay. Who should I show my poem to first? I can't pick Yuri because she's not here. Monica? I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and I want her to know I'm putting in the effort. Alright. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Oh. She's always listening. If she shows up in chat again, holy shit. Oh. Come on, focus. There we go. Okay. Okay. Just caught on to that. She's always listening. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I will. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. No, you're missing the point, dude. Anyway, I want to share your poem. Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Ray. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hand Monica my poem. I'm obviously going through this a little quicker because I already kind of know most of this. Great job, Ray. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It sounds so, like... I can't think of the word in my head, but it sounds like, oh, I was thinking, oh, when I was reading it. Like, shut up. You can just say it's bad. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time. So I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, that's the same. Hole in wall. Oh wait, no, it's different. Hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. That's like a continuation of the last one. That's what it feels like anyway. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. That kind of stuff has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. so just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'm like, my brain's connecting dots probably where they shouldn't, especially with Monica, with her, because I don't know much about her. Hi Yuri, let's read your poem. Her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's actually a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. When Yuri finds her train of thoughts, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. That's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, this one is exactly the same. Ghost under the light, tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Yeah, it's exactly the same. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Ray. Oh, really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Alright. Thanks for sticking around, Liam. I appreciate it so much. Hope to catch you another time. I'll try to have fun. It's slightly giving me the heebie-jeebies. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. I'll try. I'll do my best. Leonardine, her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, you'd probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Ray. Me too. Last one. It's been a while since I've had like a glitch or anything happen. I'm nervous. Oh. Alright. Oh God! This fucking game. This fucking game. The second I said, it's been a while since anything happened, and you pull that shit on me. The fuck, man? Ray, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. I kinda want to. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort. We all start somewhere, right? Oh, was that her fucking reaction to reading my poem? Was it really that bad? Dramatic much? Bitch. If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. I can appreciate this more now. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. No, I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't ever take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read and it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? No, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew, I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting this. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can it be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. When you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Ray did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Ray liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Oh, here we come with this circus music again. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Ray appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Ray started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? Oh, wrong person. Really act as long as you look, Natsuki. Okay. Okay. Maybe everyone calm down? Me? Look who's talking, wanna be edgy bitch. Oh! Edgy. Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend? See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? Oh, God. What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Ray hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Hey, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did I get you? Hey, oh God! I didn't even... I'm sure I just picked one? Stop! I was picking Yuri. I was picking Yuri. I was picking Yuri. What are you doing here, Monica? Hey Ray, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Okay. Okay. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the room. Oh, she's crying. She quickly runs away. Oh, dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Hey, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. I don't like the way she worded that. She sounded really confident. Like, very confident. Like, Okay. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. She looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. It's just I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Ray. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. Guess I don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you. Fuck! So I'm assuming something bad happened, and we skipped it all. Because Monica has some control here. I'm gonna go the same route I'm going, and have been. Picking choices that make Yuri react here. So, intellectual, disoriented, Inferno, hopeless, incapable, judgment, dream, existence, unending, secretive, tears, insight, aura, daydream. What? I bet that's suicide. I bet you that's the word suicide. Nope, not picking it. Nope. Nope, suicide's right there. So I don't know what that was. Okay. Disarray. Jumpy. Oh! Melancholy. Embrace. Okay. Saw that glitch. Saw it. Another day passes. Time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. That's not a usual scene. Welcome back, Ray. Hi, Yuri. Not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Okay. Okay, that was a glitch. Like an actual glitch. Do I need to restart? I feel like I need to restart the game. Like, I'll shut it down and turn it back on. I don't know. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading a manga at her desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. Okay. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri. I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was way off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know that you really didn't mean it. Ray, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and... Sorry, what am I saying right now? Oh. Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. And... Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri's sort of taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it's nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... Okay! What the fuck? Mibble, sailcloth, blind sight, lifeline, anon... Retipality, faultlessly offered... Slormasianism? Am I summoning an old one? Oh, I don't like that at all. I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. You're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not! What took you so long, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Ah, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Ray. Monica smiles sweetly. Why'd the other two just disappear? I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. Not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. Just not to bring up anything the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has really run off into the closet. Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Into the closet. Hey, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. But I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Mary takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Mary stands up, makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Mary hands me the water pitcher. She also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ugh. Did Yuri leave you alone? Leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. Wow, that went totally different than last time. 10 minutes pass. You said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Oh no. The music is muffled, like it's playing in that room and not out here. Let's see. The most logical place for you to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hall. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Oh god! Okay. Whoa, hold up. No. Sorry, to this. If I'm bored, is something holding. So there's that. Finding out more about our dating sim options here. Fun game, guys! Thanks for the suggestion! Yay! I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. Future Ray, if you want to take that footage, roll it back slowly so we can read what all that said, that'd be great. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Ray, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Here he sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. Oh! It just clicked! It just... Oh! Fuck a duck! So that's what she was doing when we were doing the banner, and I went out of the room to get something, and she had her sleeve rolled up, and she quickly put her sleeve down. She was hiding her scars. Or I'm just reading into this, but I bet you that's what it was. I bet. Oh no. I'm gonna have alone time with Yuri later if I choose to help her, which I probably will this time. We'll see what happens. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Ray. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Ray, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Fly, sorry. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. So we're still doing this part of it. Cool. I take it since it'll go well with tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup? Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. There's other ways you could grab it, dude, come on. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Back to this angle. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. And just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Right? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Why did the music stop? Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't... Right. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Ray. My heart won't stop pounding, Ray. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Okay! Coming on a little strong here, and she turned off the light, too. You're ruining the mood, Fly. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Okay. Yandere alert. Yandere alert. I don't want to get stabbed. I really don't want... I'm not in the mood to get stabbed right now. I'm just going to turn the light on. I'm just going to turn the light on. Oh my god. It's time to share poems. Yes, thank you, Monica. Poem time. Are you actually going to let me choose this time, Monica? Can I choose? Can I choose? Can I not talk to Yuri for a little bit? I think we need some space. I think some space would be important. I think I need to draw some barriers now. Some space. Ooh! Wasn't expecting all that. Wasn't expecting all that. Monica, can I talk to you real quick? Ray, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. Yeah! I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? You say it so casually, Monica. She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. When I started this playthrough and I said, let them fight, I wasn't expecting all this. This is not how I expected my day going. I mean, it's definitely not Not because she's depressed or anything like that. You excuse me? I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. Oh, great. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. Okay. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. Oh, this bitch. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. Flishing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. Endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, reformers, school acting, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a board on a table, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless PM of meaningless. I'm scared to scroll down. I'm scared to scroll down. Delete her. I completely forgot about saving. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Yep. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. I don't like how you're fucking with me, game. I really don't. Okay. That's my advice for today. Dig it. Dig it. Cool. Excuse me. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? It's already breaking my mind. I'm already a little bit broken. You know what? Now's a good time for a quick pee break, right? I'm gonna take a quick pee break and refill my water. I'm gonna be right back. Give me literally 2 minutes. Just 2. That's all I need. Just 2. Yeah? Okay, I'll be right back. I promise. Alright, I'm back. Don't know why. We gotta keep going. Anyway, for those of you that are still watching, I hope you're having a good time. I mean, I don't stream very often. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. I don't know if I'm really cut out for it, but I hope you find all of this entertaining, because this was legitimately nothing that I was expecting at all from this game. None whatsoever. I have no idea how this didn't get spoiled for me at all. Alright, let's continue. You know what? I'm going to do Yuri next, because we're just going to get it over with. Get it over with and go straight to Natsuki. And then Natsuki's the last one I speak to, and then maybe I could just like walk out with her? Avoid Yuri at all costs? Yeah, that sounds sound. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Hey, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job of explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Ray. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Ray? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. Right now I just want you to read my poem too. Okay? A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Why does this sound like you made like a poem generator and you just gave it all these words? Or not even poem generator, like a sentence generator. Like gave it all these words and said, how many sentences can you make with these words? And these are one of the results. Why does it feel like that? I'm nervous to click out of this. Okay. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. On your, like my pen? That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. Now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Oh, we're just gonna move on? Just like that? Okay. Hi, Natsuki. Yeah, just as I thought. Ray, come on. I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, Ray? Honestly, I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together. Not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just really don't feel like talking right now. Please go away. Oh, no poem. Unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Okay. The last one had blood on it. Sure. Oh! Sayori. That's your ribbon, right? That's your happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. This is all kinds of messed up. Why are her hands red? Are her hands cut off? What the shit? Okay. Okay. Why is my mouse Sayori's face? Stop it. Okay, everyone. Yeah. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room. Okay, good. Cursor's back to normal. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Ray joined and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. And the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? A literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you can never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. No, I want to go home. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Ray? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Ray to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Ray joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Ray isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all. You should really consider our opinions for once. Monika's totally taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Ray want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation... No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why'd I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Oh, that's me. But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Ray, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about now, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monika sits downstairs at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak to everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Ray. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. Kind of indifferent, I guess. Oh! Who cares about that obnoxious brat? Okay, Yuri. I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. Oh god, we're alone. Oh no, Monica's still in the room. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Oh god! Nobody would cry if she killed her... I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. Don't! Okay. But what about you, Ray? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. Why is her eye Why? Why is her eye bleeding? With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you'd like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri, I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. Her eye was bleeding. I'm not making that up. There was drips of blood coming out of her eye. Also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Ray? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Ray before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. I'm like looking at the windows and the door and the closet to make sure that Yuri's actually gone. Phew, things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Yeah, no shit. Ray, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. Why static? I would really hate to see you unhappy. Oh god, I'm alone with Monica! I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. Tell me Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. Oh my god. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time that you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. They're just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet. No, stop. If Monica shows up in chat, that way... Okay, I'm very conflicted because I don't want to keep going with Fury. She's scary. She's scaring the ever-living crap out of me. Let's do other stuff. Childhood. No. Candy. Beauty. Cheer. Party. Blanket. Nibble. Awesome. Dazzle. Laugh. Comfort. Hop. Rainbow. Promise. Extraordinary. Daydream. What? I saw her. Can't tell me you didn't see that. I saw her. I saw her. Her head. I saw the top of her head. It popped. Hi, Ray. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica, I told you not to... Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversation with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad? See, there is something. I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been falling a little on edge today. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just feel like I need to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Ray just walked in too. Are you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival, and, right, I forgot. About that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday, and, well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. As long as we're all working together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Bribery. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know. So I'm gonna help too, and we'll make sure it's done right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica? Monica? Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Ray, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could already have plans today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Ray's already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes. Thank you for understanding, Monica. There was crazy in those eyes. Did you see that? I saw that. Actually, I have a question. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Go for it. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Didn't she say that exact same thing just the day before? Yeah. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Very has been water pressure and pushes electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sits outside the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. She's more elegant. Elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Okay, sorry for misunderstanding. Oh no. Are we doing this again? Are we really doing this again? 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't be long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored. Just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. The music did it again. It sounds muffled, like it's in the room and not in the hallway. Let's see, the most logical place for you to be would be the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hall. What's that noise? I hear a sound. Reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah, stop. Stop. Yeah, this was noise. I started heading down logical places. 2 minutes. Oh, it rewound. I gotta stop getting really close to the screen. Wait. How did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. Yeah, me too. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head's been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean... This again. Iran has a few unusual things about them. But expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. Made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. Nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me. And it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently something's been wrong. I don't know what it is. But every time we come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy. It's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Ray, is it just me or has Monica been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club, but recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. Finally, we're alone. Why do you have that look on your face? Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just wanted to stay here. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. Stop it. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Oh, what the fuck's happening? I see that. I see a face. I see a face there. Monica's face. Nobody make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. Monica's phasing into existence right now. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? Absolutely fucking not. I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Ray. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore because we have each other every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention the other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school and read together, eat together, sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? That's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. I figured that we would meet each other. And now we get the happy ending that I've patiently waited years for. Monica, could you step? Will you do that with me, Ray? As okay, it doesn't matter. I can't understand any of that anyway. Hydrate. Don't forget to hydrate, everybody. Hydrate or dirty bean water. Whatever you have, just drink something. Okay. Natsuki, you're first. I'm not going to read another one of your Yuri suck-up poems, but I'm still going to make you read mine. There's a reason. I really wish I didn't have to do this, but unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. So we're passing notes now. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why. But please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. Aw. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless, so please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Sure? Just please try to do something. I'll do it without the cupcakes, but I'll take cupcakes. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Okay. Roger, I got it. 10-4.